Yep, we're here. We're still here. I gotta sneeze, man. We just lost all our viewers, I'm confident. Worked like a charm. Oh, man. I don't know what that was. That was all Streamlabs. I didn't do that. That was not my internet, I guarantee you. My internet's running fine. That was all Streamlabs. Alright. I'm just copying all the details from the other streams over. Alright, so I saved all that information over. We got 26 viewers. Oh, it's so sad. Alright, so let me come down here. I'm not going to re-ping the stream. It's 4 a.m. I'm just going to make a part 2 link. Alright, so, but we have to finish out these orders. We have to finish out these orders. And I hope that they can find the new stream quickly. Roger Gray. Oh, it's John. What's up, John? John, the stream just crashed. So now we have the new stream. We got like 10 viewers. We are? So we're looking for the drinking beer card. It's a rare one. We could probably get more Digimon Classic. That's right. We probably could crash the stream and lose our entire viewership. Oh, man. Well, the good news is that this happened right at the end. I mean, it's 4:05, so I'm going to call no more orders. And we're going to wrap up here. No beer drinking card. Sorry. What a bummer. Damn it. Roger Gray. What's up, Chaka Kills? Let's grab Roger Gray's bag. Can I see the Final Fantasy cards? Oh, yes. So you opened one pack. You got Andrea Rodia. And I had a funny joke where I said, he looks like he drinks Bud Light. Okay, Mr. Wrath. Wait, my order not being opened? No. Your order's definitely going to be opened. Don't worry. We're not taking any new orders from this point. So don't place an additional one is what that means. But we have Mr. Muhammad Nazari, and he wants 15 Lost Origin. You got it, man. Yeah, your order's definitely getting opened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. That was definitely the Streamlabs app that did that to us. All right. Here it goes. Damn app crashing. Although you gotta wonder sometimes if maybe it's related to YouTube. I found that YouTube's really crazy. Steep. Steep. We've had a very full stream from beginning to end. No point in the stream where we were out of orders. That's on a Tuesday. Tuesday's supposed to be my slow day. Here's Riley. Oh, O'Reilly Auto Parts. We got Electric. See, that's what music does to your brain. That's why advertisers like to use music. I'm on that Starlink internet. Lake Acuity, a Pidgeot. Should I keep money in savings or buy Pokemon? Well, in your savings account, you might get 1 or 2%. On Pokemon, your card might double in price. I'm going to have to go with Pokemon. Of course, the problem with Pokemon is it might fall in price too, by like 50%. Either going to double in price or lose half its value. One of those. Parasect. Ooh, Radiant Steelix. Cool, man. Obama Snow Chandelure. Love Disc. Poliwrath. Pyroar and Rotom. Okay, cool. I recently sent PSA a pack order for pack grading, and they found like some cheap like energy card in with the rest of the packs, and they're like, we're gonna have to create a separate separate card grading order for this energy card, and that'll be $25 to ship it back home. I was like, are you crazy? Why would I want that graded? All right, so in this round, Mr. Muhammad, you got a lovely Radiant Steelix and Roserade and Drapion. Grab your bag. Oh, look at that. My check this out. Check this out. There's the air purifier. The color on it turned purple. Very interesting. It turned purple and it started running harder. Did you end up opening 2 emissaries, or was the other pack Digimon? Oh, you didn't even get to see that. I ended up opening you a pack of Digimon. So you got a double diamond. The double diamond pack didn't really have anything special in it, so it was a cold pack. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you got 1 pack of double diamond. Muhammad Nazari. Wow, you guys missed a lot. I was doing a lot. You need to change the filter. No, we just started. Wouldn't be dirty by now. There we go. What are your thoughts on Pawn Stars? I think you might have asked that during the crash. Yeah, he missed out on a great deal, obviously. But Gary said he wasn't going to sell anyways, right? Because Pawn Stars is scripted. Okay, no problem. We have Trent Conger now. Mister, it hurts me to do this, but I need to cancel that Slab-AWAY. Okay, Trenton, no problem. Let's find out what you had. Trenton. In the end, Trenton, I get a little Slab-AWAY fee, cancellation fee, so I'll be all right. Gyarados, base set, Japanese, 10. Gyarados, base set, Japanese, 10. All right, let's go cancel that. From March, so I think you would have been moved over here. I got these graded video games. I'm tempted to sell the graded video games. What do you guys think? Okay, so let's start by taking a quick look into what into what you would be owed. So it says you've got $236 in it. Gyarados, Japanese, base. Okay, well, he's about 400. So the cheapest one's 400, and we had you at 428. So really, it's a difference of about $28, obviously. So that's not bad. All right, well, let's get you refunded. 236. Let's see. And your name was Trenton Conger. So I will just put him back up for sale, man. I'll erase this, and we need to get you to 236. Let me log in. So this is up for sale again. Getting his art stolen and then recovering it. What was that all about again? I heard about that. I never actually watched it. Okay, we're starting out by getting your email, Trenton. We'll turn this music down. Music's always so much louder when it's in your actual lap. Chumley Hollow. Yeah, I heard about that. What actually happened? So here's an easy one. This is $100. Mr. Trenton, give me a minute. That's 100. We're trying to get to 236. So the other one just has to be about $136 worth. Yeah, this one will work. This one says 160. Okay, is your refund? And then this should say one. I'm gonna do 130 for you, since the price is technically lower. All right, you're good, man. No problem, Mr. Trenton. If you see another card you want one day, pop on right back. You know you can pay it down over time, and you also know you're able to cancel it if it turns out that it's wrong for you. So, and this card becomes available for SLAB-AWAY again. This is a lovely 1996 original base set Gyarados. Very desirable. The Japanese 10s are still somewhat affordable. The English ones get really expensive in first edition. Oh, thank you, mister. Get that a nice new sleeve. Okay. Can I get a free one? a free fund? There we go. And I think what we'll do is we'll drop this price to $420 for tomorrow. $420 blaze it. Cool. I think we can turn this back up. I always need good cards for SLAB-AWAY, so I will be all right. Braden says 5 of the One Piece Paramount War. You got it, man. Braden Siska. The man going deep tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You and Mr. Muhammad Nazari. All right. By the way, anytime you guys need to cancel SLAB-AWAY, always better to do it sooner than later, because that helps me out. Now you could do it whenever you want. I'm just telling you, if you want to be nice to me, try to get it done sooner so that I can get it back up for sale. Does that make sense? So like the sooner I get it back, the sooner I can put it back up for sale. But technically it's yours for 6 months, so you take your time if you need to. Here we are. That's the agreement. Canceling can also be a smart thing to do early rather than later if the card is moving down in price. So if you see that card going down in price, maybe don't wait for it to fall anymore. That's important too. You don't want to own it if it's going down, because you'll continue to take the losses. When we go and we cancel it, you'll split those losses with us. Bear with me. There we go. You got Borsalino looking really pretty. Silly Borsalino. Cheese is eating cheese. Okay, for Mr. Braden. Grab your bag, Braden. Sup, son of Linda. We got 51 viewers. Man, we used to have 150 viewers. Oof. That crash, man, is brutal. All right, no more new orders, guys. No more new orders. We have Cheese. He says, open me a Star Wars Chrome. Cheese has done his calculations. He's going to do a mega massive snipe right now. You got it, Cheese? Let's get it for you. Ah. Got this lovely... Oh, you got a flipped around card here. What's going on? Scoundrels. There we go. Vader. Tuscan Raid at sundown. Ah, it's just a regular packed cheese. Nothing special in here. I'm sorry, man. What do you think about the studies showing that a reduction in work week would be more productive for both the workers and the company? I totally disagree. That's like saying if you gave me free money, I'd be wealthier. You know what I mean? It's like studies. You know what I mean? Everyone's got studies now. Mr. Cheese. Studies show that if you stretch your weenie out... Oops. Come on now. There we go. All right. I've never been more productive from working less hours. That makes no sense. You're more productive when you work more hours. I bet you could find out that people would be more productive if they just chose to work harder. How about that? You know what I mean? All that really needs to happen is they need a better manager to come in and find out who's not being productive and just kick them out of the company. That's all that really needs to happen. You don't need to like give them extra days off. That's silly. Or move the company to a country with a better work attitude, and fire everyone at the company in America. It's goofy, man. It's non-competitive. In the end, it's non-competitive. Americans want to be non-competitive. That's what they want. And when we go broke, everyone will cry about it and blame somebody else for why we're all poor and sad and not a first world country anymore. They'll be like, it's your fault. It's the leader's fault. Yeah, but you're the one begging to work less. It's like, what do you think happens when the other part of the world, I had it right the first time. They come in, they say, we'll take all the jobs because we're not bitches, and we'll work 7 days a week, and we'll work much harder and we won't cry about it. That's where the work's going to go. That's where the business is going to go. And then there's no jobs. Oh, well, we don't have equal opportunity. Well, because you're bitches about it. The work goes to the worker that works hardest. That's how it's supposed to go. Well, those evil CEOs, well, you should be a CEO. Go start a business. You know what I mean? You can't cry about CEOs if you haven't even tried to start a business. All right, guys, that's the end of it. I work 6 days a week, almost every week. Now, listen, you don't have to do that. You know, you don't have to work six days a week. But it's like, we got a good schedule, 5 days a week. That's good. 5 days a week, 8 hours. You get a break, and then vacations. And then you save your money and enjoy what you want to buy. And you could work harder and save up faster if you want to retire sooner, or you could work less and have less money when you're older. So you can do whatever you want to do. But the rate that you get to retire from work is not determined by you. It's determined by what the market will pay. That's it. Okay, so money is a very logical thing. It comes from somewhere. It's not like magic. It's not like there's a bunch of money floating in the ether and you just get it if you wish for it. So there's wishful thinking. But you get paid based on what the market's demanding, what the market's paying for. So you want to decrease your hours? Well, then you're just saying you want to be more poor. That's all you're saying. Workers are more productive a 4-day. No, they're not. Lazy workers are more productive on a 4-day work schedule because they're lazy. They don't want to work the 5th day. So on the 5th day, they come in and they try not to do anything. So lazy workers are more productive on a 4-day schedule. If they're lazy, fire them. That's what's supposed to happen. And you're not supposed to feel bad about it. Work is a competition. It's not like we're all holding each other's butts and singing Kumbaya. It's a competition. And if you lose the competition, then you're way, 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 way more poor than if you just worked harder. You know what I mean? So losing the competition is a real thing. TikTok beating out Facebook, beating out YouTube, beating out all these other social media companies is a perfect example of losing the competition. So and if we weren't going to try and ban TikTok, it would just run away with all this ad revenue that should have gone to workers at Facebook and workers at YouTube. But you know what's happening? Those places are laying workers off. They're laying them off. Why? Because they're not making enough money. They don't have a need for them. Well, maybe part of that is because they're losing to China's TikTok. TikTok does a better job. And that's a competitive race in terms of intelligent coding, but also maybe they just put more effort in. I don't know. Remember, Elon Musk took over Twitter, and he just fired like most of Twitter, and it's still running. What does that tell you? What are you even hired for? It doesn't make any sense. And there'll be like the girl who makes the video. Here's a day in my life at Twitter. So I wake up and have my mocha latte, and then I go to the yoga center, and then I have a 15-minute meeting, and then I go to the wellness center. You know what I mean? It was like this really stupid thing. You're like, throw all that out and get to work. What are you doing? Like, why are you here? This isn't like a playground. You're supposed to be sweating. You know, it's supposed to be difficult and tiring, and you're doing it because you want to win. We want to be winners, not just like, I don't know, like playing around, like goofing around like idiots. Care if I send for 5 more One Piece? I'll donate a pack of Crown Zenith for a Nightbot giveaway. I tell you what, Brayden, go ahead and send in for that. And you don't have to donate. We'll just open up the packs. Don't worry about the donation. Have you heard of these Karuta Pokemon playing cards? They're similar to Hanafuda cards, and I think they're really nice. Karuta Matata. All right, hold on. Karuta. Somebody's always trying to find some way to do less work. And I totally get that. That's what humans aspire to. We aspire to automate our lives. We want to build an AI machine that will do all of our work. We're not there yet. We have not actually reached that point. Much of the world has a risk for housing. They have a risk for food. We have energy problems around the world. There's so many problems left to solve, so many businesses left to open. There's so much that's needed. It's not time for the human race to sort of like rest on its laurels, unless you're already super rich. But most of the people complaining for a 4-day work week, they're not rich. How are you going to pay for your own retirement if you cut out an entire day of work for the rest of your life? Only in some sort of utopian, perfect system will that work. That would work in a system where everyone's doing a job that pays so well that you still make enough money for your retirement. But the truth is, America is full of poor people. That's the truth. America is full of people who will apply for Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, and they will apply for every government assistance, and the government will just drain billions of dollars into these people who need free money. And then on top of that, they also want to take an extra day off. Like, how do we afford this without going broke? It's not possible. And the side effect is that our government will continue to print money at an outrageous rate. and the rest of the world will catch on to this and say, F the American dollar. We're getting out of it. We're going to go join a gold-backed currency that can't be printed all day long. And that's exactly where we're headed. So American socialism will fail. It will fail eventually. It will cause the dollar collapse. And we will be more poor than you could even believe. And especially the middle class, regular hardworking people who just live a normal life, they will be absolutely devastated by this. And they didn't even cause it. They were the ones pulling the wagon. You know, people who like to climb in the wagon and be the ones riding it. Well, the middle class pulls the wagon. They're the workers. They're going to be devastated by the collapse of the dollar, and it will happen from overprinting. And we will overprint in order to meet all these made-up socialist wishful thinking ideas that people can just vote for. And so my feelings on all this is that maybe democracy just doesn't work sometimes. Maybe democracy works when your society is full of smart people, and it fails when it's full of dumb people. And it's as simple as that. Don't you think so? Would you run a democracy in a country full of dumb people? I wouldn't, because it won't work. Democracy only works if everyone voting is smart. Democracy fails if everyone's kind of like dumb. So if everyone around you is bad with money, if you look at the average American and they're obese and bad with money, what are they going to vote for? They're going to just vote for more obesity and more bad money management. And that's going to be the future politicians, you know? Then you find out we got bad food at the store, we're terrible with money. And if you find out Americans don't like to work hard, they're going to vote. That's going to be reflected in the politicians they vote for. If you find out Americans are like non-competitive and unaware of what's going on in the world, that's who they're going to vote for. And that's what we see. They're going to vote for like Kim Kardashian to be president. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to get in the long run. We got Joe Biden, chocolate chip. We're having a meltdown at the edge of World War III. We're basically in World War III. This should count. When the history books are talked about, this should count as World War III because we're basically in it. We're funding the fight between Ukraine and we're funding the fight. We're blowing up the gas pipe between Germany and Russia. And we're fighting China over Taiwan. Tell me that this is not World War III. It is. It's just not as violent. You know what I mean? Chocolate chip, though, at least. What a freaking... It's like devastating, man. I mean, we had American troops in Ukraine, from my understanding. Yes, so the leak revealed that we actually do have troops. We have special troops in Ukraine on the ground helping operate the military. The Japanese set is coming this way, and the new English set will arrive out in June. Nice. Oh, there we go. You got Kuzan. Kuzan Secret Rare. Beautiful, man. All right, I'm glad you went a little deeper because we knew this was in the box somewhere. Did you see all the reporters are tired of the press secretary not giving answers? Yeah, the Pierre lady or whatever her name is, and she's all like, ooh. She's terrible. Excuse me. Let's go. All right. Still got that cough a little bit. Really not as bad as it used to be, though. All right, lovely, man. Kaz on these nuts. Holy blank, the ace, too. He got the ace? Bro. Which one's the ace? Portgas D ace. Nice, man. All right. We're at a very important time in history, I feel, because we're in an actual serious world power war. Russia's one of the top world powers, top militaries, so is China. And we're just like picking our leaders based on how they feel about LGBTQ or abortion. And it's like, damn, we're stupid. Why are we voting this way? Get in the leader that's going to kick their ass and make us the power of the world from now on. We don't want to lose. No, man. Let me tell you what matters. Socialism, bro. I want to work 4 days a week, and I want everyone else to pay for it. All right. It's funny because if I wanted more viewers on this channel, I would be very pro-socialism. That's because the largest group is the group at the bottom of the hierarchy. That's why it's the hierarchy is in the form of a pyramid, right? So the largest group is at the bottom. So the most people in the country have the least money. So socialism is very popular with viewers, I'm sure. It's such a terrible and failed idea, and it fails every time. It's failing in Sweden. It will fail in Europe as Europe absorbs more and more of the world's homeless population. You will not be able to reproduce or have a child or buy a home in Europe because The European government's too busy sending all of your tax money that it collected at 40%, sending it off to people who did not pay any taxes, and having zero economic growth because of their ideas like work 4 days a week, which is one of the dumbest ideas. So Europe will have no money and it'll be drained, empty, and irrelevant to the rest of the world, even though I really like Europe. And then some countries will still be working and competitive. I think United States is one of them. United States is still competitive, and we're heading away from that. We're heading toward being non-competitive. Humans move out of discomfort toward comfort. But all of the gains are in being uncomfortable. It's like when you hit the gym. It hurts to work out. Well, it hurts to go to work. It hurts to produce. So humans move away from discomfort toward comfort, and we're just wired to do that. We hate it. We hate going to work. But it's like, you got to, man. What do you where do you think all the homes come from? Where does the structure, where's the highway come from? Who pays for the military? Where's the healthcare come from? And everyone just in the Socialist Party thinks that if we just taxed all the billionaires, the problem would be solved. If you look at the actual math behind that, it does not solve it. They don't, even if you added all the billionaires together, they don't have enough money to pay for all of the demands of the people beneath them. So, Bernie Sanders says all that because it makes him very popular to say those things, but it's like, it's unrealistic. And yeah, it makes me sad. Anyways, and I've talked about a lot of concepts like if you're ever too mean to the wealthy, they'll just scoop their belongings up and leave. And so there's a point where it flips. You can continue to increase taxes. Like in New Jersey, for example, they keep raising the taxes on the wealthy. What happened? Well, they started moving down to Florida. And New Jersey actually took a tax loss as a result. So they raised taxes, and then they collected less taxes than the previous year. I thought raising taxes was supposed to increase tax revenue. It actually drove people out of the state. So now they collect less taxes. So and then you have your option, pay all this New Jersey tax or go to Florida and pay no tax. It's like, well, wait, so I can do that and have sandy beaches? I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Anyways, blonde hair on lakes that turn blonde in the sun. That rich guy has the money you should have by not doing anything. Can you believe it? That's why you start with socially funded schooling so he can educate people and put them to work. Well, so on education, I was homeschooled, and my parents taught me basically nothing. So my homeschool education was a sham. I still graduated with a degree in computer science. It was a Bachelor of Science with all the hard science classes. I basically didn't even need high school. I didn't do elementary. I didn't do kindergarten. That doesn't exist in my family, homeschool family. You didn't do any of that stuff. You just like cleaned the home and watched babies and you helped dad with his wood business. That's what I really did. So I didn't learn any of that algebra or any of that stuff. Still went to school, graduated with the tough degree. How much do you actually need to actually do all that high school stuff? How much of that's actually necessary is my question. Because I'm living proof that A, you don't necessarily need it. I can still graduate with the degree, and I can still make lots of money not using my degree too. So I'm really seriously questioning our school system and feel that it should be privatized. Get rid of the taxes on, so we pay for it, is socially paid for, right? So there's this heavy tax that occurs to pay for all that stuff. I guarantee you it's likely wildly inefficient because it's ran by the government, and the government decides what your kids are going to learn and what stupid government ideas it wants it to have. So I guarantee you the schools are politicized as well. So they're politicized and they're poorly and inefficiently run, and you pay an enormous amount of taxes for that. I would love for the school system to just be gotten rid of. Get rid of it, and people have to pay for their education just like they pay for college. And if you want your child to go to a good high school, then you have to pay for them to get into that good high school. That's it. I would like it to be privatized and to get rid of public education entirely. And once we do that, you will pay significantly less taxes. So when you go take your job and you work your job, you will take home more of your paycheck to actually afford this. School system is a blank show. College can teach one how to be on their own. Martin Marvel's History of Ice Cream. Like, how did the world survive before public school? How? And nowadays, you have the internet, dude. Back, like 100 years ago, before the public school system, there was no internet. That's why. How would the public school collect all of its taxes to pay all these teachers if it had no need for those teachers to teach all these unnecessary subjects? So it's like, you have to learn this, you have to learn that, you have to take 20 classes. Why? When am I going to use this? And anytime you ask that question, they're like, oh, well, you got to learn. There is an answer to that question. You do not need to know it. You do not. I went to college, I took all these subjects, and they're totally irrelevant to me, and I totally paid for it. And if you think you're not paying for that in public school, you're wrong. You are paying for that. You pay for that, but indirectly. You pay for it with taxes. But it really does get paid for. All right, so I love ranting, obviously. We rant a little bit at the end of the stream. You don't have to listen to it. You can just click out. And but we're all done for the night. It's 4:36 a.m. I'm going to hop off. Elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough. I'm going to hop off and go relax and have a snack, okay? I'll see you guys later. I'll see you for the Wednesday stream, all right? I hate this interface.